Have action right now. We should be live.
Hey, what's up?
Yo, what's up, everybody? What's up, man? We back on another
Hey, what's going
Soul
on, guys?
Saturday. Yo, we back with
Yeah,
Devin and Dunks. You know what I'm saying? We've been trying to do these every Saturday. Today, we basically talking UA talk, man. Has it ruined the sneaker culture in general? So, y'all already
right.
know who I am. I'm Jeremy Jones. We starting this off, and of course, I got my boy Devin and Dunks. I'm gonna let him,
Hey, what's going on? What's
introduce
going on?
himself.
Hey, what's
Got the
going on,
stuff
everyone?
on the screen. Go ahead, man. My bad. I'm talking over you.
No, you good. I'm saying what's up to everyone. You know.
Just FYI for everybody else down at the bottom of the screen, we got a Instagram page up that we want y'all to follow. Pretty much anything that's sold like Saturday or sold Sunday, whenever we drop these lives, all the information is gonna be on there and other stuff as well. Me and him
Oh
both
yeah,
gonna be running that Instagram page, so I got that going at the bottom of the screen. So when y'all have time, make sure y'all go follow that whenever y'all have time for sure, man.
yeah, most definitely.
Yeah. So you ready to dive in?
Let's go. Let's go.
All right, cool. First off, man, let's go ahead and keep it simple. What's the difference between UAs, you know what I'm saying, as far as customs, fake? Everybody has their own definition of what a UA is, right? Okay. I'm gonna let you go ahead and start off on this, you know what I'm saying? Because this for me, I got my own definition, and I know other people got their own definition as well, right? Like, what
Yeah.
is it really? Is it real, fake? What is it? What you think?
Well, my knowledge isn't too well, so I'm not even gonna like try to lie and say. But in my opinion, I would say a UA could be anything that's just not really authorized by Nike. Like it could be a shoe they made, but just because it doesn't meet standards, it will be an unauthorized shoe. That one. And for custom, I would just say that's like just straight up a shoe that anyone takes but makes it their own. Like whoever they could be, like Warren. And
What
a fake is just basically just a shoe. That's just like nothing like the original.
my thing
That's
It's a gray area though. It's a gray
yeah,
area when you think about it though, right? Out of
yeah,
all three things, right, between a UA, a custom, and a fake, there's a gray area in between, right? And I'm gonna go a little in depth with it right now. From what me, I've been in the sneaker culture a little bit deeper, but
oh yeah,
UA, unauthorized, right? We know what that stands for. But it's funny because I think that with UAs, you know, from the best of my knowledge back in the day, everybody used to say like it's the same exact thing, except Nike just doesn't have it accounted for, right? That's what
hmm
I got the thing of a UA.
hmm
But then we go into the world of custom, where apparently, to me, and custom is its own thing too, because
yeah, yeah,
custom will be like, hey, it's a Nike shoe, but I painted it or I altered it, you know what I mean? But it's
yeah,
still
true,
real, you know what I'm saying? But is it
yeah.
really? But then again, can you say that about a UA though? And I get where you're saying on the fake, there's a gray area between like, hey, some people consider UAs fake because hey, Nike doesn't know about it, but does that
Yeah,
really make it fake if it's not a real thing?
yeah.
And we got somebody coming in. Who is this? Craig Gorman says, hey guys, keep up the good work. Right, okay. All right, man. I see you trying to get the kid, man. I feel you. But yeah,
Thank you, much
yeah,
appreciated. Yeah,
we on it for sure, man. We trying to stay consistent. That's our biggest thing
yeah.
for sure.
Oh yeah,
But yeah, man, that's my biggest thing with it is it's always a gray area between these three topics, right? And then we're gonna go a little bit in depth in this because how many people try to make a very similar sneaker that you can tell that it's like, how should I say this? Nike inspired, right? Okay, we've seen this from Air Force One style people. And we gonna go down this, but you know what I'm saying? We've seen people who remake Jordan versions, remake Dunk versions, remake, you know, anything that Nike, because Nike, let's face it, they're like let's face it, they're the head honchos, right?
yeah.
Anything we've seen people try to remake it, but is that UA or is it custom or is it a fake?
Uh,
You know, it's hard.
you
It's
know,
a great. That's why I mean. That's why that you see what I'm saying. It's a great
yeah,
area to really
oh yeah.
choose
I
from,
completely
right?
agree. I completely agree. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great area. It says, "Thanks for the shout out, guys. No problem, bro. We over here, man.
Yeah,
We gonna keep it 100. If I
exactly.
whatever I see, I'm gonna just say this. Whatever I see come in the comment section, And I ain't taking no shots at the bigger YouTubers because they got a lot more going on. But over here, since we still a small channel and we still growing, if I catch you in the chat, man, if I
Yeah,
can put you on the screen, I'm gonna do it. It ain't
most
over here. We
definitely. Yeah,
chill. We chilling, man.
yeah. We all
Simple as
shine.
that. Yeah, we chilling, man. But back to this. This is a gray area. But like I said, it's
Mhm.
kind of hard to really. It's an argument that honestly it can go on for days, and I feel like when you really narrow it down, there's no right or wrong answer. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, back in the day, it was easy to tell, like, hey, the Jumpmans were horrible. This was very fake, was a super fake thing. But now everything is so like
Does fake even exist anymore?
that's what I'm saying.
Honestly, to be honest,
Is there a
no.
such thing as really fake, really? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Does that even exist? Yeah,
I'm
like
saying, and
because now
when
everything,
you put it on your feet, can you really tell?
yeah, everything is almost dead spot on these days. You know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can't really tell. But this brings up the next area that we're gonna go into. Army and the Hellcat. And we got versus Cool Kai, which basically I don't know if you know the backstory, but I'm gonna sum it up. Basically, from the best of my knowledge, the Cool Kai person dropped a Air Jordan kind of like look alike, but it had like a lightning bolt,
Yeah,
right? And I'm
yeah.
gonna pull it
Just
up on the
for
screen for
people,
sure,
yeah,
but
for people who don't know, yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna pull it up on the screen real quick to show you what I'm talking about. But yeah, he dropped something that obviously was Nike inspired, right? And when you see these, you're probably gonna be like, oh wow, you know what I'm saying? But
Hmm.
it brings up that gray areas that is this a fake, custom, real? Like what is it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let me pull this joint up, man. Cool. So you see this joint, right?
Yep.
What do you think when you see this?
Well, clearly that's Jordan. That's a Jordan silhouette.
No,
You know.
that's not that's an Air Kai, man. That's an Air Kai, you know what I'm saying? But it's clearly Air Jordan 1 inspired, right?
Oh yeah.
So,
Well,
like I said, you can go look at this.
and like me and you had a conversation, earlier this week. At some point, I think Nike has some ties in all of this that's going on with these UAs. Because
Yeah, they know about it, man. If that's
there's
what
no
you're
way
trying to
that this shoe
insinuate,
can
yeah, they
be
know about
made.
it.
It's no way that this shoe can be made and sold in large quantities that they've been without Nike knowing anything about it. You know,
Right.
so that's what I'm saying. It just probably gets to the point where it gets that they don't, that they won't need Nike, and then that's when Nike wants to be like, hey, cease and desist. You know,
Now look at this.
I mean, I've never seen a Nike with a green glow, so I mean, I'll give them that.
But
That's very unique.
is that not a Jordan 1 low?
Uh, yeah, that is.
Yeah.
That is.
It's I
And
actually, to
honestly,
be honest, I'm gonna keep it
those
100.
lows are better, in
I'm
my
gonna keep it
opinion.
100. I'm gonna keep it 100. That's a fire sneaker.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Those
Yeah.
lows look real good.
That's a fire sneaker. You got to keep 100. But the reason we got Omni and Hellcat versus Cool Kai, that's basically the same shoe.
Yeah.
Except one says Air Omni and the other one says Air Kai.
Well,
Apparently
the
they had
shoe
some
is
beef.
the
Apparently they had
shoe.
some beef back in the day. Or some beef.
Yeah.
I think this happened earlier this year. Apparently there was some beef going on between these two. And I think it's settled down right now. But long story short, basically, if I had to guess, to the best of my knowledge, and I could be wrong, Cool Kai started this first. I mean, he even had people like Bun B wearing his sneaker, right? That he had a big endorsement, and these things were selling like crazy, right? Let me see if I can pull this up, man. Am I tripping? Bun B, yeah. I'm tripping over the name, like how this like the rapper. But yeah, like he was endorsing this thing. I guess I can't really pull him up, but yeah, he actually was
Well, they probably
actually
Nike probably got the picture pulled down. Who knows?
yeah, I mean, but at the same time, I think there was like a statutes of limitation area where like I don't think Nike I don't. Maybe they didn't anticipate the sneaker getting as big as it is, so a lot of like copyright infringement stuff really wasn't really on the books all the way it should be. If I had to guess, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But if I had to guess, maybe that was it. But I don't think
could
these
be.
guys got really any type of trouble. I just think the beef between the two of them, right?
Yeah.
Where one person they were using the same person to make the shoe. The only difference is that who won in the end of the day was the person that was manufacturing the shoe. If you think about it, right?
Hmm.
Because he got paid. I'm pretty sure Kai paid him. I'm pretty sure Omni and the Hellcat paid him.
Everyone
Omni
got
and the
paid.
Hellcat claims, and I don't know this, and I'm not there, but he said he put $1 million up to where it's exclusively work with him now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I don't know too many people from the walk away from $1 million, and I don't know if it was up front or cash or all at one time, but
equity, whatever, you know.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If you got you getting $1 million. I mean, I ain't saying I'll do anything for $1 million, but ain't too many no's from the. You know what I'm saying? How many people you
Well,
finna know? How many
I
people you know
mean,
finna
you
say
if you
no?
know your worth, if you know your worth, and you already know that you're gonna make that million, no problem. Then you know.
But I'm saying right now, say like if I get you to design me a product and you gonna produce it, but somebody else did it first, but I'm telling you like, hey, I want the exact same thing, but take their name off, put my name on, and then I'm gonna give you $1 million up front. What you gonna do?
Oh well, you know. Exactly,
Yeah,
you're right.
exactly. You ain't
Probably
you
not
ain't
too many no's
you
being
not
thrown
thinking
around.
about it.
Yeah, there's not too many no's being thrown around. You're right.
You're not thinking of. You're not hesitating. You're like, yo, you. You know what I'm saying? You got a family to
Oh
feed.
yeah.
It's that simple. But then we can transition until now, where we got Warren Lotus with the custom dunks. You know what I'm saying? That was a
Yeah.
whole different
Oh man.
story. Like, let me see if I can pull
Oh
those
man.
up.
Yeah. That was a that was a real good one.
Right. Look now, this one I feel like I'm gonna give Army and the Hellcat and Cool Kai a slight pass, just a slight pass. But this, he know he was pushing the limit, bro. Come on, keep it 100.
I mean, what did Omi and Hellcat and Cool Guy do different? What, slap a thunderbolt? Same thing Warren did. All he did
But
was change the
he
Nike sign.
no Warren claimed this was a hockey puck, not a hockey puck, but the hockey stick joint instead of a Nike check. That was his defense. I don't know if you know that, right?
I mean, hey, if you gotta get
hey,
Jason, not going front.
that's what he said. Don't come at the kid. I'm just saying
Yeah,
that's
hey,
what he said.
I mean, hey, was it got
Yeah.
Jason on it? So
But see, as you can see side by side, this is where I think the problem. I'm glad this image came up in Google. You see this, right?
yeah, oh
On the right, you got the Warren Lotus joint,
yeah,
but this is the original Nike joint. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I know he's saying that's a hockey stick, but at the same time, he's still pushing the limit. Like, dude, you doing although Omi and Hellcat are doing similar colors as Nike.
Yeah, well, and you can also see there's a slight color change in each shoe, side by side. You see?
Yeah, I guess if I'm not defending Warren Lotus, but if I had to guess what I think he think where he was on the safe side is where he changed and well, obviously he got it where like obviously people want this shoe, but I think
Hmm.
maybe he felt like he changed enough where like, hey, it's the
In the
colors are
past,
off. Yeah. But he still wanted to be
okay,
very similar, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah. So, but what? So, where would you put, in your opinion, where would you put the UAs? I mean, where would you? I'm sorry. Where would you put the Yomi and the Hellcats? Would you put them in the UA category, the custom, or the fake?
That's a tough one for me. Hey, that's a trick question, man. That's a trick question.
Because you can't really say that is either one of those, you know, because
Yeah,
it could very well fall into each category.
but you gotta say they're heavily Nike inspired though.
Same with the
And they and
custom.
they and Omi and Hellcat actually admits that that's where the inspiration comes from. But I think what he was saying is you just have to make sure you change enough of the shoe to avoid the lawsuit.
So okay, so then
Did Warren Lotus do this though?
well, every shoe creator can say that they were inspired by Nike, but they just went on to make different types of shoes. But these people just chose to be inspired in a different way by making shoes that look almost exactly like the shoe. So, you know,
That
in
that
a
Warren
way,
Lotus pigeon dunk is kind of honestly, I he can't get away from that one. This one up top.
I mean,
This one up top.
yeah,
Come on,
but
bro.
and the only reason why I would give Nike this one is because of that pigeon on the back. Had he taken that pigeon away, he might have been okay.
This is
But
true.
he left the pigeon on there, and we all know that that's the NYC. You know?
Right. But then if you go down right here, the Heineken version, I think these are the Dunk Heinekens, right? If
Yeah,
that's
the
not the
Heineken.
exact
Yeah,
name, y'all feel free to correct me down in the comment section, but
yeah, yeah,
y'all know where it's coming from, right?
yeah. I think those
He
are the
didn't put the
Heinekens.
he didn't put the star on this one.
So okay, see that one, I would give him a pass away because he did take away the key points that make the shoe what it is. What gives
True.
it the name.
Yeah, I'll give you that. So I
I
mean,
like that. The second one, I'm looking at his. I don't even know what the logo is supposed to be. I mean,
what? Oh, this
you know,
which one?
on the brown and pink pair,
The
like
brown and
the
pink. I forgot the exact name of these, but this brown and pink dunk is one of the most popular dunks of
oh
all.
yeah.
It's one of the most popular dunks, so I feel like he had to do this colorway because it was so popular. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So I think that's where and let's just keep it 100. He chose all the popular dunks and remade, customized them to his. But then
Well,
he's
so
calling it the Warren Lotus, and I think instead of it saying Nike on the back, he had it right like a W or something. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Uh huh.
So I
Yeah.
mean, eh,
I think his bottoms were different too. I think the bottom of the shoe had like his little logo thing on the bottom. Yeah, it's like a
yeah,
Grim Reaper type deal almost. I'm not 100% sure, but I think so.
yeah. So the actual dunk it's like this was a Stussy collab, and it was called a cherry. But like I
Hmm.
said, there is a color difference, but at the same time, dog, anybody with a brain, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying right or wrong because, and I will say this: a lot of celebrities were backing Warren Lotus when he dropped these joints. You know what I'm saying?
But did you see any celebrities in them?
Nah, I mean because
Exactly.
at the end of the day, celebrities want to, you're going to cut a check. I would assume. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? I ain't saying he ain't got it, but he obviously trying to bring in as much as he possibly can.
Yep.
So that's what I'm saying. If you think about it, it's like I know Wiz Khalifa was endorsing some of his actual clothing because Warren Lotus actually makes clothing as well. So I
Yeah. Yeah.
know that he Wiz Khalifa endorsed some of that stuff, but when it came to these dunks, it's a little bit different. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But Nike did actually sue this guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Cease and desist. So now is that go back to that one, that baby blue and white. So now is that his new style? Because I see it has no Nike sign, no Nike similarities besides obviously the silhouette,
Yeah,
which is
but
okay.
it's still, I mean, yeah, he may be okay
I
as
don't
far
think
as you're
those
preparing. Sure.
I don't think those look as good as
Yeah,
these ones.
obviously they don't. I'm saying like, yeah, they you can still he's still got the dunk inspiration, but maybe he's
Hmm.
more safer on the legal side of things
Oh well, yeah, you
with
always
this
gonna
type
have
of
to.
shoe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that's big
So
money
I
behind it.
mean,
So
but another thing that we didn't discuss because we had a little discussion yesterday, but another thing we didn't bring up was do you know who the shoe surgeon person is?
yeah, yeah, I know who shoe surgeon is. I would definitely put him in the custom. Definitely put him in custom. He's
But
custom.
is that not what Warren Lotus and all them are doing? Is that not the same with Warren Lotus and
Oh
Cool
yeah,
Kai and Omi and HELLCAT? Is that not the same
yeah,
thing?
exactly.
And the sad part is, I think Sue Surgeon, he hasn't gotten in trouble. He has a whole class on how to do it. You know what I'm saying? I don't
It's
know
an
if you
art
ever
too.
Googled his
It's
website.
custom.
Like he does training on actually how to customize your sneakers, and
Yeah, it does.
he's and people give him a pass and say he's in the real category because he's using real Nike products.
That's custom. That's all custom.
That's
At the end of the
custom,
day.
right? But
Yeah.
why isn't Omni and the Hellcat and these Air Cool Kais and Warren Lotus, why is that not a custom? Who's to say they're not using the same manufacturers as Nike because they're going overseas?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
They got the same mold and everything,
Hmm.
same
I
shape.
mean, well, technically, it is the does the silhouette of the shoe technically belong to any particular company? You know?
I think I think that's the gray area where Nike
Hmm.
may officially own the
Trying to
silhouette now, but I think
yeah,
maybe they
start
didn't.
claiming copyright.
Yeah, I think
Start
now they
claiming
finally got
people.
out. They had to go back and get the paperwork straight. That was probably was the
Hmm.
gray area.
And see, that's what it was. The these creators, these like I say, to the guys that's out there that do customs, that make their own clothing and shoes. You know, you guys are doing some real good stuff, man. That's hard to do. So if you're out there watching and you do that, you know, hats off to you. But I say, yeah, these people, they're making this stuff, you know, and they're just, just trying to get out there too, you know.
Yeah, and Almi and the Hellcat brought up a valid point. When I watched a lot of his videos and materials, he was saying like, "Hey, the inspiration has to come from somewhere." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Every and in so many words, what he was trying to say, like everybody copy somebody at some point. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
You
Yeah.
do like it's just like
Exactly.
you just putting your own twist on it.
Hmm.
It's just like if we say like, "Hey, Apple makes a phone and so does Samsung, and they, in a sense, they both do similar things, but they don't get sued, but they also take shots at each other too. They just have to kind of, I guess, do it in a slightly different way. So why not give them a pass on the sneakers?
Yeah. True. I
You
say
know,
that's why I think that Nike would be mad because these creators found that loophole to where they could go backdoor and do their own thing, you know. And now Nike caught wind of it in the recent years and are like, hey, like who said this was okay, you know?
in my opinion, right? If I had to guess, I think the real issue here is like if me and you do it, I don't, and obviously we don't have as big a following as these guys, then it's okay. But say
Hey,
we
but
do it,
everybody starts somewhere, you know.
you know what I'm saying? We start
Everybody
somewhere.
wasn't messing with these
Everybody,
shoes.
that's what I'm saying. We
Everybody wasn't
start
messing with these shoes
somewhere,
at first.
yeah, but we start somewhere, and then out of nowhere, let's say like out of nowhere, our shoe actually we get a whole bunch of orders, right?
Okay.
And
Hmm.
then we start to be like, not saying we taking out of Nike's pocket because they ain't never go broke or anything, but say
No.
like we actually suddenly make a couple million. I think that's
Hmm.
gonna throw a red flag in Nike, like, hey, hold up. You know what I mean? Enough attention has got to it, like, hey, what you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I think it's also a money thing to be thinking about it, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because and if we want to get on it real quick, one thing we can also bring up, I'm not sure if you remember the who is it? What's your I think you like his music. What's his name? Where
Travis.
they did no, not the Travis joint. They did the Devil shoe with what's his name?
Who the
Let me
little Nas X?
there you go, the Little Nas X joint. Nike had to pull that joint and actually sue him. You remember that?
Hmm.
Yeah, Nike pulled that joint. Let me pull that joint up.
Well, I mean, you know, for obvious reason, for a very obvious reason, you know.
It was called a Satan blood shoe, and apparently it had blood in it, right?
Hmm.
According to I don't believe that part. But what's that? That's clearly an Air Max, what, 97?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's Air Max 97 all day long, no matter how you slice and dice it.
So that is a custom.
That's a custom.
He's clearly a Nike, but whoever went along with him on this, they did what they did to it, you know.
Yeah. You remember they did it. They also did how do I guess maybe a Jesus version? Because they had like a white
Yeah,
version with
they
the
did. They did.
yeah. What's that one called?
Not a pure water. It's just I'm not really got into this one because I didn't really, you know, check
I
the
think
list.
I think this is enough right here to pull it up. Air Max
Holy
Jesus
water.
shoes. There we
Now,
go.
what's
Air
the
Max Jesus shoes.
I mean, we'll go with that for now. You know.
but let me Lil Nas X them got in trouble for the Satan shoe, but they didn't say nothing about this shoe. The Jesus shoe, they didn't say anything. Why? Why?
Well, like you say, for obvious reasons. You know,
That's
we're
a
not gonna
custom.
speak on.
That's
Yeah,
a
but we're not gonna speak. We're not gonna speak on the backstory and why, because everyone knows, and it's not. It's
I
not.
mean, yeah, it ain't that deep about. I don't care what your religion is or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying whether you believe or not. That ain't what this channel
Yep.
about. But it's a
Right.
good question as to why the Jesus shoes get a pass, but the Satan shoes don't get a pass. I mean, we
I
can put
mean,
two and two together and probably make a great
yeah.
assumption.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, what do you guys think? You know?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like everybody kind of quiet today, man. But long story short, yeah, like I'm very curious why that gets a pass, but the Satan shoe don't get a pass. And like me personally, I actually like the Satan shoe, but the thing is, not for what it stood for, but I'm a sucker for a black and red colorway.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
You know what I'm saying? Not I don't
pretty
care
nice
that
color. Yeah,
I don't
pretty nice
care
color.
what I don't care that it's a Satan shoe or whatever. I just like if I had to choose it, like if Nike both dropped these shoes, I'm like, all right, cool. I want the black and red joints. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's just me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
don't care which one is, and I've wrote religion stuff all on my face, but I know I like the black and red shoes over the Jesus shoes. But
Yeah.
these aren't Nike finally came out and made a message of saying like, hey, we don't endorse either one of these shoes and finally dropped a lawsuit on them, which I think they just did that because people started pressing them directly. Like because
Yeah.
Nike thought people were affiliated with Nike because obviously that's clearly a Nike shoe.
Yeah. It is. It is.
No matter how
I
you
mean,
slice and dice it, that's a Nike shoe. I don't care
whatever
what.
they did to get that blue holy water on the bottom, you know.
They cut it. Apparently, they cut it open. And then I'm sorry, but I'm not buying. When we go back to the Satan shoe, I'm not buying that there was a drop of blood in these shoe.
No.
From
No.
where? From who? Whose
But
blood?
hey, there was also something brought up about this. What, probably about a month ago, where Tony Hawk was
What did
selling
he drop
skateboards,
though?
signed with his blood. And
Yeah, but I
you
heard
know,
about that, but I didn't go too deep into it. What did they
mhm.
drop?
So he apparently he dropped some new skateboards, and they were autographed with his blood.
Let me see
And
if I can pull it up.
it was, you know, unless you really knew about it, you know. But yeah, it was a thing about it where people were comparing that to the Little Nas X situation.
Yeah, I think I heard something about it, but I didn't go too deep into it because I be all up into my sneaker thing, but nobody gave. I think the biggest issue what they were saying is like basically why does Tony Hawk get a pass, but Little Nas X it was a no go. You know what I mean?
Well, like I say, we all know for obvious reasons why Lil Nas X was getting the heat he
Look
was
at this
getting,
guy,
you know.
man. Look at this.
And
Right,
then
they really taking this dude blood right now.
yeah, I'm
Come
saying,
on, man. They ain't put that in that boy. I don't believe they put that in that dude's skateboard, man. And this
I
supposed
believe
to
they
be
did.
the deck,
I
right?
believe it. I believe they did.
Okay. I think it's gimmick. To me, if I had to guess, it's
Well,
a
yeah,
gimmick.
his gimmick. He had to do it. His gimmick. He had to sell those skateboards. That you got to think, you know.
Yeah,
That's
I
gonna
mean,
sell. People are gonna think that's cool.
it's okay, I guess. I mean, we're gonna bring it back to the sneaker joint, but
Yeah, yeah. I
overall,
was just because that was in the same category. I was just giving
most
another
definitely,
instance of where blood was supposedly used, to sell.
yeah. But Also, the biggest one who I ain't gonna say they did it first, but when we think of all this, you can't help but mention the Bapesters. Period.
Ah, oh yeah,
You,
oh yeah,
this is gonna be a topic. All we can go on forever for this one, man. But
yeah.
Bape, to the best of my knowledge, they never got in trouble. They never got a talking to. We never heard no flack on it. Soldier Boy was in them. Pharrell was in them. Um, you can name
Yeah,
celebrities on
man.
it. Nike
The
didn't.
early, hey, the early 2000s, man. That's all you saw. There was no other shoes like them.
Exactly. I wish I had some Bapes. Kanye even was in some Bape. Remember the Kanye joints?
Yeah, oh yeah. Kanye had those. Yeah, the graduation picture, right?
Yeah. Let me see if I can just pull up some of the examples, man. Like you can't.
You
Like I
mean
said,
like the
look at
face
this.
to face?
Look at
I'm
this.
sorry.
These are the Kanye joints.
Yeah,
What is that?
that's a Nike.
That's
That's
an
a
Air
Nike,
Force
brother.
One. That was an Air Force
That's an
One
Air Force One,
Nike.
brother. That says Air at the bottom.
That is a no. It says eight. It says eight
Eight.
because you know
Oh,
they're
I'm
like
sorry.
bathing
Yeah,
eight.
yeah.
Yeah, but that is an Air Force One all day long, bro.
I mean, nothing changed about it. They just put a star and changed the air to eight and stamped the teddy bear on the back of it.
I mean,
Because that could have honestly,
I
that
used
could
to
have
think
honestly
this
still been a Nike
was,
shoe.
yeah, I used to think this was a Nike check with a star, but now I
Mm-hmm.
look at it, it's a
Yeah.
lightning bolt into a star.
Mm-hmm.
And then Kanye, he when he did the graduation joint, you know, with the old Kanye that I missed, but neither here nor there. When he was on the graduation theme and college dropout, he always did the bear that was the logo joint.
Mm-hmm. Those look nice though.
Those
Honestly,
are nice. I wouldn't mind having these in the collection. I'm not gonna front. I
like
would
brother,
love to
good
have
luck.
these in the collection.
Yeah.
These are
But
super
yeah,
nice.
so anyway though, so what's up with Bape? What's going on with them? How do they get a pass? Is it okay for them to do it? How
And the
come
thing is,
they've been the only one
look,
that's
look,
been able to
look
stay
how
focused?
many different Bapes. I'm gonna just click randomly. Look how many Bapes Air Force
Mm-hmm.
Ones it is. Nike
Mm-hmm.
never said anything. Why?
Yeah.
Look at this.
What's their deal? Why do they get a pass for all these other companies that's been
And you can bring
doing
it
it?
up anytime you want to, and they don't. Nike still doesn't do anything. It's like, dog, this all day long. These are Air Force Ones. These is
Mm-hmm.
nice too. Like I ain't even a
Bape
pink. I'm not even a pink
Bape
guy,
have
but
been
these are
around for
nice.
about for what at least what for would you say 20 years?
If not longer, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
These is
See now
nice.
those look like a different pair of
What?
babes. The gray and white ones, the ones that are like the yeah. See now those look a little different.
Not really, but I mean, sure.
Not
I get.
really, but
I'll give you that, but at the same time, not really. They're
I mean
slightly
honestly, it
different.
looks like a dunk. It really
Yeah, I was
just
about
looks
to
like
say
a
it
dunk
looks
on shoe.
more like a dunk, but at the same time, that's an Air Force One bottom all day long with them stars.
Hmm.
You see that?
Yeah.
That's an Air Force One. That's an Air Force One. I like these though. I ain't gonna lie. And
Hmm.
like I said, maybe did they do too good of a job? But at the same time, I think maybe because Bate had the celebrities on them.
Hmm. They have that backing, you know. That's
Yeah, they had
probably
the proper
that could
backing where
be.
like. But also, do you think Nike maybe got a cut? You think they got a cut?
Yeah, I think Nike definitely got in there early. Once they saw, you know, once Pharrell went over there and he saw what Nigo had in that garage or that museum, he was like, "Hey,
I want
I can
in.
take you to the next level with this." He said he saw those shoes over there and was like, "Hey, I can take you to some people who can take this to the next level." Pharrell probably took those shoes over to Nike and said, "Hey, I got this guy out in Japan who's who's doing this shoe and that's going crazy in Japan, but over here in America nobody knows about it." Nike probably saw it and was like, "Hey, looks nice, but this is what we're gonna do." And I feel like, in my opinion, I feel like that's what happened. What do you, Craig? That's what I'm pretty sure it was in the sense that at the time they brand that thing focusing on
So yeah, it looks like we got somebody chiming in the chat. Look like Craig
it. Hmm.
said this silhouette. I'm pretty sure was what I think. He, yeah, was licensed. I think it was a typo.
Mhm.
This silhouette, I'm pretty sure was licensed different at the time. BAPE done their thing. Don't quote me on
Oh
that.
yeah, most definitely, Craig. Most
Yeah,
definitely,
I
Craig.
feel you, homie.
That's
I feel
exactly.
you.
It's all big love, you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We all love
I'm not.
it.
I'm not. Let me just throw that out there. I'm not hating on the Bapesters by any
No, no,
means
of course not.
necessary.
Exactly. No, never.
They
That
they
you got to give it to the
definitely,
vape. I
most
think
definitely
vape is.
did their
I
thing.
think vape is what kicked off customs. What kicked off you? Honestly,
I'm about to say if there was a,
yeah, that
I
was
don't
a
know
nice
who was
idea.
the first person to do the customs, right? But whoever was the first people to do the customs
Ooh,
the right way,
yeah, that was brought to the.
yeah,
That was actually brought to the mainstream of the sneakers. You know,
yeah.
vape
But
did it right. You
again,
know,
but again, why Nike started attacking why do they attack some custom people but don't attack other custom? You know what I'm saying? Like they don't attack shoe surgeon. And I'm not
Be-
hating on I'm not hating on the shoe surgeon guy. Like
because
he does,
because this is what I think the difference between where it gets the difference between the shoe surgeon and Warren. The shoe surgeon, he gets shoes that are already made by Nike and he does his thing to them. Warren, he just makes the shoe straight up and sells it. So the
but
shoe is already approved by Nike. He just takes the shoe and does his twist on it. You get what
but
I'm saying?
but why how he got a whole he already got stuff ready. Look at this. He already got stuff ready. This is his
Well, yeah,
website.
because these are already shoes, Nike shoes. He just puts his own twist on them. It's not a custom shoe he built from the ground up. I mean, he did in a sense build the style from the ground up, but it's already a Nike shoe, and he never takes it away from Nike. That is not. I mean, that it is a Nike shoe. He
Yeah,
just puts
but
his own twist on it.
this is clearly off white inspired.
Hmm.
Clearly. But
Hmm.
there's no issues here, I guess. What you're
Because
trying to
Nike already
say,
got their profit from the shoe.
yeah,
You know,
Nike already made, but you can say that, but you can say that about all of them. Can you not?
uh,
Nike's worth over 40 what? Million, they're in the billions. Nike's in the
yeah.
billions. I'm sure they're in the billions. If they're not, they're high, like over 100 million plus.
Come on,
They're,
yeah.
you know what I'm
That's
saying?
how you say that.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying.
they do.
That I personally think Nike's picking and choosing when, I don't know how they, and maybe you could argue say, well, Nike may not be paying attention to anybody or this and the third. And I'm like, you're
Hmm.
right, because by the time it may get to their level where it's like, all right, we need to do something. Because I think they sued the guy who did I think there was a Newport inspired Air Force One or something like that. Let
Hmm.
me look that up, but I
Yeah,
believe there is. But that person got sued heavily, you know what I'm saying?
yeah. I mean, Nike doesn't endorse tobacco. Nike endorses activewear, shoes, clothes, sports. They don't endorse tobacco. So yeah,
Yeah, this
you got
guy, he got
definitely.
sued. He got
Yeah,
sued.
good. Look at him. He deserves it.
Come on, man. Hey, man. Hey, you can't help what you look like, man. Well,
No, I'm just no, not what he looks like, but that the shoe is,
what's wrong with it?
is a Nike shoe, and you put who are you trying to appeal to with the shoe? You know?
The smokers.
Okay,
It's
okay.
nice, right? I mean, I ain't gonna lie, it's not a bad shoe, but it's this is a custom or unauthorized. Well, obviously he got sued by Nike, so it's unauthorized.
And so what he do? He just pretty much flipped the Nike sign upside down and not backwards. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah,
Okay.
true.
Well, hey,
Well, that's technically he used the Newport logo. If you look right there, that's a Newport
yeah,
logo.
yeah. I guess yeah, yeah.
We know all about growing up where we from. You can't help but know what Newport logo look like. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
So,
oh yeah.
but yeah, like he just took an Air Force One, painted it. Basically, he got. I think this isn't bad. I feel like Nike. I guess maybe they don't want to endorse smoking because it's looked at as a. Not saying smoking is
Yeah,
healthy for
they
you because
got
it's
kids
not.
that look up to them and stuff too. You know,
Yeah, they got to think to their
it's a
audience they're
family
trying to
brand
appeal
too.
to.
So
So
like, for the family, for the people.
What the hell? I didn't. I'm gonna just skip on this point. I didn't know this was a thing. I guess they trying to say this may be like a Newport thing they try to do. I don't know,
Mm.
but yeah, like these man. But Nike sued them and couldn't be a thing. Like I said, they pick and choose who they really want to go after, man. And that I guess that's
You
my
think
whole
so?
thing.
You
That's my
think
whole
so?
thing with Nike. Like, what is right and what's wrong? There are some YouTubers, right,
Hmm.
that did a Air Force One too, and I don't think
Hmm.
they got sued, but I think maybe Air Force Ones may be more accepting to the custom world than but
Yeah.
because but I never mind, I can't say that because
You see,
these are Air Force Ones.
you see custom people killing it every day. I mean, they're making money. They're making money off these shoes that they're
Yeah,
let's call it commissions. Commissions. They're killing it.
yeah,
We're not even gonna call them customs. Let's call them commissions that people are doing, and they're making real good money off of just that.
yeah. And I think I'm gonna look up another one that I know that somebody just basically did. Basically, it's an Air Force One, but it's something different. Let me see. I can't remember the name. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up. Um, Damn. Let me think of that joint.
It wasn't Nike the only shoe that's being replicated.
I mean that's
Do you think? Do you
it's
think the
simple.
other companies? Do you think these
It's
other
simple
shoe companies?
mathematics. No matter how you slice and dice it, Nike is a top dog when it comes to the
Oh
sneaker
yeah.
world. Who who
Oh yeah. Of course.
who name one shoe company bigger than Nike, and I'll wait all day long for you. I'll debate it all day long.
Can't. Can't. Honestly, I mean, but does Reebok, does Adidas own the copyright to these silhouettes? Is that why they're not being duplicated?
I
Because
think I
honestly,
just
I can
think
only see
maybe
one person that really went outside of Adidas what they do, and that was what was that guy's name that was doing those like the teddy bears and stuff on those Adidas?
um what you talking about?
The guy who was doing those Adidas like with the teddy bears on the tongue, and he made those ones with the chains on the back and all that.
I'm gonna have to Google that one to get caught up to
Yeah, yeah,
speed.
look that one up. Yeah, look that one up.
But
But
there's
yeah,
two YouTubers. I'm not sure if you're familiar with them, but there's two YouTubers who do they make very great content. I'm not hating on them. I watch both of their channels. I love them, but they have their own brand called Sample. This is a shoe they recently released.
wow.
What are your thoughts on that?
That now that looks like the Air Force One and the what was it? I think the Supremes that they made, not the
I'm
one with
gonna
the
just
box
say
logo.
it just looks like an Air Force One, and they just wrote their label on it. Their label is called Sample, and that's Sample written across the side there. They took the Nike check off and just wrote Sample on it. I'm not hating. Let me just put it out there. I'm not hating, and I don't think
Yeah,
it's a bad shoe or anything. But I'm saying, is this a custom?
that's a custom. That's definitely a custom.
That's what it says on the back. One of a few, because it was. I think they did pre-orders.
Hmm.
Yeah.
See, Craig Lee says,
Craig Gorman says if a custom, i.e., BAPE, brings enough business and good press in Nike's direction, then they are all good. If not, they'll go after them. That's how it seems. Valid point.
but what was Warren bringing bad press?
That great question. Was Warren bringing bad press?
No, Warren was just making too much money, and Nike was like,
That's what I'm
nah.
saying. Like that. That's what I'm saying. But BAPE could be. You could use that same argument against BAPE. That's my thing.
No,
What did
because
Warren
like you
Lotus
said,
do wrong?
they had Pharrell backing them, and Pharrell was already in that business. He was already getting good with Nike. And probably some of the people over there because you know he was already into shoes and fashion. So it was just another walk in the park for him to go, you know, to take
I
and
feel it.
go
I
and
still feel
take
it's
to
a
the next level.
little. I still think it's a little unfair though. You know what I mean? If
What
I
that
gotta
they
be
get a
fair,
pass,
it's
that Bape gets a pass.
yeah. Like at the end
Well,
of the
yeah,
day,
most
like
definitely, yeah. work
It's
that
not
way.
fair. Like, I mean, sure,
Because you
Bape
gotta think,
because Bape
all these
knew.
people.
Go ahead,
I'm
go
sorry.
ahead, go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. Well, what I was gonna say real quickly is that just like vape, all these people have to start somewhere, and that's all they're trying to do. And you would even, if you talk to some of these people, they'll even tell you that vape was a big inspiration for them, and they probably still wear vape to this day. You know.
Yeah,
So I mean, and that's like saying if you're gonna say, you're giving credit to Nike, you can say you're giving it to vape also, and vice versa. Because is literally basically the same shoe. It's basically the same shoe. They just put a thunderbolt in the star.
right. But I mean, I get what you're saying. Basically, Bape had bigger celebrities at the time rocking it. Then you say Soldier Boy did his own version too?
Yeah, he had the yums. He had the yums.
Let me look that up. Because I don't think he got in trouble, right?
Uh, I didn't. I honestly didn't even see enough soul to where it would fit these. I mean, I'm not trying to be funny.
Well, you said
I'm
they
just
called it
saying,
Yums, like
Yeah,
YUMS.
the yums. Yeah, yums. And it was an acronym. It was an acronym.
Oh, these. Okay, see, I didn't even. I thought they were still just bait. Oh wow. Oh wow.
Yeah,
I remember.
yeah.
I remember seeing the bottom of that shoe, but I didn't think. I thought. I don't know why. I thought. And this was me, premature me in high school or whatever. I thought he had
Mhm.
worked with bait, but I didn't know it was his own thing.
Oh yeah, nah, that was him with the with like with some company. Yeah, they give him a shoe deal and he come with the yums. Yeah, that's what they
Yeah,
do.
this is Air Force One and bait. If they had a child, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
This is what this is.
Mhm. Now
Like,
that's just an Air Force One, but the Nike sign is not even existent. So it's
I
still the shoe.
mean, he got a little V-shaped joint. I see that he trying to do,
Well, mhm.
but still, that's definitely an Air Force One, man. I don't care what nobody say. That's an Air Force One all day long. And then, like, I guess this is on the bottom of the cup. Is I guess he drinks lean, so he trying to put that on there.
I mean, yeah, because he says it's supposed to make a comeback.
These yums, he's
Yeah,
gonna re-release them.
I think so. I think that's
And
what
I
I
guess
heard.
looking at this, it
Yeah,
says this was back in 2008.
when he did his sneaker shopping with Joe, he was talking about
Oh,
he
I didn't
brought
know
up the
what
young.
I watched that joint, but I didn't
Uh-huh.
know what he was talking about. I did not know what he
Yeah,
was talking.
that's what he was talking about. The lucrative deal, the Yums deal.
You know, when it comes, no disrespect to Soldier because he definitely was the first to do a lot of things
Hmm.
first, but he be over exaggerating some stuff. I'm gonna just say he makes sure to tell the story. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know these. Like I don't know why.
Well,
Like I mean, I
because
guess I look.
if you can't sell the story first, then what do people got forward? What are people looking forward to?
Yeah,
You
but
got to
I
give them
always thought
something
these
fun.
were. I always thought these were just like some fake Air Force Ones, which I mean, obviously you see why I
No, the
thought that.
Yums, the
Yeah, I
Yums.
didn't know they were the Yums. Like I think because I remember seeing this, I'm like, oh, those are fake. These some fake Air Force Ones. I'm good on these. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I'm surprised they didn't go after him, but at the same time,
Like I
yeah,
said, no, like heck, because he was already good in the music industry. He was already good in back. So, you
yeah.
know,
Like I said, I guess to me, if I had to guess, Nike picks and choose is like I know what he would like. Homie was just saying in the comment section, like basically, and like he says, you bring enough business and a good press. I'm not disagreeing with him, but what I am saying is that I think it's a mixture of not only good press, but it's about who you are. Like if Travis was to make some stuff off of Nike first, they obviously they was offering to make him a deal anyway. So I mean, he gonna
that's what, and like
he
I
can
say, it's just a difference between these people already being established and known versus the small time guys who just already trying to make it.
yeah, and I guess I mean, can you consider Warren Lotus small?
Cool. I mean, he's not he's not
I mean, yeah,
seeing
I
any
mean, I guess
major
what
success besides his shoe.
I yeah, I was just about to say that. Like, what do we really know him for? You
That's
know?
what I'm saying. Yeah, so yeah, these people already have the following and are known. So of course, they put anything out, the people are gonna flock to it, just because of the person is already known and liked. You know, they're already such a big thing in the world.
Yeah, I
But like I
guess.
said, but because Warren is just known for his clothes and his shoes, it's gonna take a lot to get people to hear what you got to say.
Yeah,
So and if you already have your footing, you can you can put out almost anything you want, and if you got that strong base, people are gonna go with it, and they're gonna defend you, even if they know that what that situation that you're in is wrong. You know, they
yeah,
still gonna have that strong following, and I think that's what it is too with Warren. Warren, he started to get that strong following behind him, and people started catching on to what he was doing. Was like, man, this is probably the best custom to come out since BAPE.
yeah.
And Nike saw that and was like, nah, not a player. You know?
Eh, like I said, it's just weird to me that they don't like, you know what I'm saying? Like I guess to me, it's just always the picking and choosing for me. Like,
Yeah,
if you're gonna
it's
go
fair.
after
It's
one, go
fair.
after all, or just chill. And I get it; they're a big company and they don't have time to really. I don't say not time, but you know what I mean. Like they don't. Obviously, they focus on doing their own thing. They will probably need a whole different department to try to scout all the fakes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But my problem with, and I'm gonna drive it
Millions.
home with this because we've been on for 51 minutes, but I'm gonna drive it home with this right here. With UAs, customs, and fakes, does that not make it hard to tell the difference between really what's real and what's fake?
Yeah. Oh yeah, especially with how good all these shoes are getting these days. I mean, you can have this shoe that you paid X amount of dollars for versus this shoe that you paid X amount of dollars for, put them side by side, and with the naked eye, you almost can't tell the difference. You know,
Right.
I mean,
Right. That's what I'm
just
saying. Like,
and I
and that,
mean, I mean down to the thread quality. That the
yeah,
small details like that people will look at and look for.
yeah. And then I get hit up all the time. People like, yo, hey, can you do you know these if these real is fake? Is this site real? Is these real? Blah blah. Are
Hmm.
these fake? Can you tell the difference? And I'm
Yeah.
like, honestly, dog, I'm gonna need a side by side comparison in hand.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Because
Yeah. But like I said,
people
but
people are
still,
going
even then,
direct now.
yeah, even still, would you be able to tell if that shoe is that spot on?
No, I'm gonna be 100. No, you know what
Like
I'm
that's what
saying?
I'm
Like
saying. You can't.
there's there's
There's a
still
gray area.
little things that I know of that like I can that and this don't mean I'm right, but there's little things that where I'm like, all right, this is a red flag for me because I don't feel like Nike would do this. But then Nike also has enough what am I looking for? Uh not every shoe is they don't have the best quality always. They also have not every sneaker is perfectly spot on every time.
That's a UA.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's just like right now, I'm telling you right now, I can get a size 10 Jordan 1, same model, same colorway, that don't matter.
Hmm.
I get another one from a different store, put them side by side. One threading may be slightly different, but I got them from a retail store.
Yeah, and I think that probably, like we all know, probably has to do with just different manufacturing.
So to sum it up to me, I think it's time, and I've been saying this in my videos 100 times, man. I think it's time for Nike, not that we need to know, but I think it's time for Nike them to actually honestly I'm wondering if they can legit check sneakers.
I
They
mean,
can't they don't they none of this the shoes aren't made here. They got not saying they ain't
no,
got the connection overseas, but they got the connection overseas, but
because I think at this point with Nike, it's quantity or quality. You know,
you can say that when it comes to the dunks, it's definitely not quality wise. The dunks is as nice as it
I'm
is when
sure.
you see them, the quality's not there. I'm gonna keep 100. The
No, I'm
quality.
sure that I'm sure out of an average pair of dunks, you probably see probably about a good year and a half, wear out of them, maybe. If you and that's just if you're doing everyday walking, working, commutes, not like any like type of heavy duty stuff like like action sports and stuff like that. Well, and then obviously, you're gonna shorten the lifespan. But for an average Joe, like me and you, I say just doing your normal everyday to day activities, I'll give the dunks probably about a good year and a half, of wear.
Well, the average shoe lifespan is supposed to be 7 years. Just FYI.
Really. And that's for like everyday use.
I ain't gonna say everyday use, but they're supposed to last before they start breaking apart. If you do everyday
Yeah.
use, obviously, I'll give it 6 months. If you wear
See?
the same
Yeah.
shoe every day, good luck, because in 6 months they're done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's
Hmm.
you in Air Force Ones. I'll give you a month,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna say this because when I used to work, my jobs I used to work in high school, I wore the shoes requirement was you wear black shoes. What I go get? Black Air Force Ones. By the end of the week,
See?
you be like, damn, but that boy just get through running a mile in them shoes or something? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and I just be walking around at work.
Hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. I guess you can say the wear and tear is what we looking for. It varies, man.
So exactly what I'm saying. What if that quality is there on that UA, same as the real? Like you just can't tell anymore. And that's what I'm saying. I
Nah,
think
you can't tell, and that's why
that's where
Nike
these
doesn't.
companies are getting
And
mad because
as many UAs that are out on the market, Nike can't. They can't control it because they don't know.
hmm
No disrespect, and this is allegedly because I don't want to catch no paperwork or nothing. But
hmm
in my opinion, allegedly Nike can't tell the difference. Nike themselves can't tell the difference between a real and a fake. They should be able to. It's their
oh
product.
yeah, I mean
It's
yeah,
their
that's
idea.
true.
It's their
hmm
stuff. They should. I. This is what I'm saying. They should have something on their product where, and I guess this is maybe bigger than what I'm looking for because they would have a huge problem. The thing is, there's a lot of resellers now.
Yeah,
And I was gonna say they should have a department
it's
that
a
can
whole
legit check.
community. That's a whole community in its own now.
Right. I was gonna say they should have something that can legit check the sneakers to tell that's real, that's fake. But there's the human error that you gotta put in there.
The naked eye.
The naked eye, trustworthiness, because think about it. If you that guy where it's like, all right, Tommy gonna bring these in every Tuesday, even though we know they're fake, we need you to stamp that real approval on them. Here's an extra $40 for every shoe that you say that's real.
Well, so then who? Like I said, we talked about this too. Who does that put the blame on? Does that put that on uh the actual provider of the shoe, the person who's selling the shoe? You know, because
Yeah, that's another gray area because I will say I know we can't put it all on Nike because I think, and I'm gonna defend Nike on this. No matter what they do to separate their shoe, people are gonna duplicate it.
hmm
You know what I'm saying? A stitching here, stitching there. But at the end of the day, Nike's so popular, people are gonna think about it. Whenever people started out making fake Jordans, fake Nikes, they were horrible at it. But every
hmm
year, just like in anything, just like with this podcast we do, every podcast we just gonna get better. And I would, in theory, right? Everything, if you do something consistent enough, is where I'm going. You just gonna get better and better, no matter how
Yeah.
you slice
Yeah.
and dice it. So that's
hmm
that's really, if you think about it, that's where the fakes come. When we first started out of school, fakes were horrible.
hmm
Now they're like, damn, like,
Spot
hey,
on. Spot on.
yeah, it's
And
like,
people are
hey,
treating them. People are treating them like they're the real shoes. Like I'm storing them the same way, cleaning them
it's
the
his
same
own,
way,
like you just
using
said,
them the same
like you
exact
just
way.
said a few minutes ago, just like you said a few minutes ago, it's his own community now.
Yeah, and it's getting that respect. It's getting that
Right.
respect.
It's getting that respect because it's like, cool, I'm not gonna let a reseller tell me to give you the shoe $170, I'm not gonna give you $1,000, dude. Get out
Mm-hmm.
my face. These
Yeah,
fakes I can get for 150, and you know what I'm saying. When I put them on my feet,
the
and
real
let's just
deal.
be honest. Let's be honest. We're not buying Nike and Jordan for the comfort level because half of my collection ain't comfortable with Nike.
Oh yeah,
I
not
ain't.
every
I'm
shoe
not.
is
I'm
gonna be
not saying I'm
comfortable.
not. I'm not saying I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna stop buying them. But if we're gonna talk comfort level, not all them shoes. I ain't trying to take shots at Nike because I'm obviously still supporting them. But comfort level ain't it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
feel you. Yeah.
And Jordan, the
So
Jordan ones, you might as well be walking on streets. You might as well be walking barefooted sometimes.
yeah. So yeah. So to close this out, you got anything you want to speak on? Any more about the customs, fakes, UAs? Anything else that's a little off topic?
Not necessarily off topic, but to close it out, man. To end this podcast off the right way. At the end of the day, buy what you like. If you
Most
really like the
definitely.
sneaker,
Most definitely. And
nobody's gonna be
it's
able
all
to
about
tell. Nobody's gonna be able to tell. If
it's
somebody's
all
that
about personal choice. It's all personal
right, it's
choice.
all about personal choice, and it's your money at the end of the day. And
Exactly.
I'm not
Exactly.
here to say that I endorse fake sneakers, but if you really like the
But you're
sneaker,
also not saying that you don't, right? Because
right,
that would be hypocritical.
right. But I'm saying is, if you can get a unauthorized or fake sneaker for retail and it looks spot on, and you gonna
If
wear it and beat it up anyway, then
you can
you know
get
what
it,
I'm
you're
saying?
happy with it.
Right.
All that
That's what I'm
matters.
saying. There's a lot of people that collect sneakers that
Don't
don't
matter what you pay
resell.
for it. But some people will be happy paying $100 for a fake custom UA. Some people will be happy paying $1,000 for a UA custom fake. So you
Right.
know what? It's all personal choice and what you like, in my opinion.
Right.
Thank you, Craig. We enjoyed that you chiming in and being here with us, man.
Yeah, we
This is what
usually
we
have
do
a
in
couple
entertainment.
more people a little bit more active, man. But Craig, man, we appreciate you for chiming in. That really helps with the live discussion as well, man.
Hmm.
So
Oh yeah,
of course we appreciate anybody that comments, man. We don't be
exactly.
afraid to comment. You know what I'm saying? I
Thank you
seen we
all.
have people come in and out of the channel. That definitely helps with the discussion, and I appreciate you for viewing, man.
Exactly.
Most
Thank you,
definitely.
Craig. Thank you.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
yeah,
But what you want to
closing
drive
this
this
out.
home with? What you want people to what's your final thoughts on this? Because we've been on this for like a good hour. We're trying to keep these at an hour at best anyway. So we right at our closing time. What you want to drive it home with, and then also close it out where you want people to follow, subscribe to, whatever you want to do. You know what I'm
All right.
saying? I got it going
So
at the bottom for
all
the
right.
Instagram, as you can see. But go ahead and close it out for us, man.
Well, like I say, to close this out, in my opinion, like we just discussed, it's all personal choice and what you want. What makes you happy, what you're comfortable spending, what you're comfortable in your body. So buy what you want, just have fun with it and just make the best of it because at the end of the day, it's a borrowed life anyway. So just do what makes you happy, wear what makes you happy, despite what anybody got to say. Because hey, some people got it, some people don't. So if you're trying, that's all that matters.
I'm gonna say this
And
too. I'm gonna
uh
say this too. If you are gonna go the UA route, don't try to pass it off as a real sneaker and sell it to somebody for double and triple of what you paid for it. You know what I'm saying?
oh yeah,
That's my biggest thing that I want to take from this, man. I look like I lost you for a second, but you back. But like I was just telling the people, man, at the end of the day, if you are gonna go the UA route or the fake route or whatever you want to call it, because it's a gray area, buy it to wear for your personal use, but don't. If you are gonna sell that sneaker because you're no longer interested in, at least do the due diligence and let the person know that hey, these are unauthorized or these are fake. You know what I'm saying?
yep, that's
That's
true.
my. As long as you let people
You gotta
know,
be you gotta be
yeah, just
honest.
be.
You gotta be
That's my
honest.
thing. Just be honest with it.
You don't want to. You definitely don't want to put yourself out there in a bad light, and that's in anything you're trying to do. Because
Exactly.
you're
Just
gonna stick
that's
like
my
you're gonna
biggest thing
stick
I
like
want to
tar.
take home. That's my biggest thing I want to take home. Be honest that if it's real or fake. It's one thing selling
Hmm.
a shoe that's fake, but you thought was real. That's different because you didn't know. But if you know deep down you got a fake sneaker and now you're trying to sell it because you're no longer interested, at least do the due diligence and say, like, hey, these ain't real, by the way, but I'm still selling them. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
That's that's
Well,
that's my biggest thing to take away from it, because you know what I'm saying. I ain't trying to hate on it at all. Like we got one more person. The topic on real versus take fire. Yeah, I mean that's all
thank
this
you.
basically this
Thank you,
live was
Marcos.
about.
Thank you, Marcos. Thank you, man.
Yeah, appreciate that, homie. Yeah, that's all this was about. What's real and what's fake.
Exactly.
Oh, I don't know about that part, homie. I don't know about that part. I don't
Alright.
know. Oh, I don't know. I can't speak on it.
Hey,
I
we're
don't
not
know
gonna speak on
personally,
that.
bro.
That's not what this channel's about. So
Yeah, I don't know.
can't
You,
speak on that.
I'm not saying he's wrong. I just personally, I don't know. You know, what I'm saying? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I ain't looking into it. I mean, if
Mm-hmm.
you sound like you know, what's his name? Clisley Kicks. Am I saying that
Clizzy
right?
kick,
Clisley Kicks.
Clizzy kicks.
Yeah, I don't know, homie. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be on the safe side. I don't know. We just talking in general, UAs, customs and fakes, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, what we just trying to say, this is a strong gray area for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But we've been on here for a good hour, man. We're gonna go and get up out of this thing. Y'all be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel.
Yeah.
Look like we got
Make
one
sure to
more comment
follow.
coming in from
Yeah.
Marcos.
Make sure to
He says,
follow Sold Out on IG. Uh, follow us on YouTube also. Same name,
for real,
Sold
yeah.
Out.
Follow the Instagram, follow the YouTube. Look like he says it's deep, bro. No cap. Sounds like he knows something a little bit different. And then we got Marcos coming in. He says, "I'll rep UA if I can't afford the real overpriced
E-
shoe for resale.
Exactly.
To me, shoes
That's what I was
themselves
just
are
saying.
beaters."
That's what I was
Exactly.
just saying.
Valid.
Whatever you're comfortable with spending, because
Yeah.
like I say, some
At the
people
end of the
can
day,
spend
if
more than
somebody
others.
walk, this is my thing. If somebody that deep that's willing to walk up on you with a black light or something to be like, let me double check if those are reals, they got a problem, not you.
I mean,
You
the
know what I'm
only
saying?
reason they can't do that, like, because the diamond testers, that's becoming a thing. You can't do that with the shoe. You only have the naked eye, So I
Right.
mean,
So that's what I'm saying. Ain't nobody finna tell with the naked eye. And then again, when you're legit checking a sneaker, no, you gotta get even if you put it side by side, it's still at the end of the day your best educated guess.
and to some to people who know a little more about UAs, because I've been checking them out as of recently. If you go on some of these sites, it'll sell you the silhouette, but it won't have the logo on it because they can't technically do that because it's not a copyrighted shoe. They can sell it as a blank shoe, like they're just selling it to you, and you do what you want to it. But when you actually get the shoe, it'll be the shoe that you want.
Yeah, I got you. I
So
got you.
if you just got some time, just check that out. See how they operate.
Yeah. Marco says same shoe, different supplier.
Hmm.
Somewhat. And I wouldn't even
Yeah.
be honestly,
Hmm.
not even to,
Hmm.
to defend you, but I wouldn't be surprised if this is the same damn supplier, just to keep it 100.
Hmm.
You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Yeah, same. Yeah, he said same shoe, different supplier, same style. Yeah, I wouldn't be
Hmm.
surprised if it's the same person.
Yeah. Yeah. Well.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
this is just like, hey, this batch go to Nike, but I'm doing my own thing over here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? It's people gonna eat. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Most definitely.
But all right, man. We've been on here for an hour, man. We trying to get up out of here. Appreciate everybody coming. Y'all be sure to hit the
Thank
subscribe
you
button,
guys.
hit the like button, subscribe to the Instagram. We got it rolling down at the bottom. And we're gonna be back next Saturday for sure. Same time, different topic. I appreciate everybody for viewing, man. Be sure to hit the like button.
Thank you
I'm
guys.
out.
Thank you all.
Close us
Thank
out,
you all.
Devin.
Hey, thank you all for tuning in. Great episode. Thanks everyone for the input. It's only going to help the channel, only going to help us gain more insight on what you guys want to talk about. It'll only help us all. So hey, let's just keep it up. Make sure to follow the Instagram, the YouTube, the TikTok. We're making funny videos over there too. Uh, yeah, and just stay safe, have fun, guys, and we'll see you guys next week.
All right, man. Cool. We out. Peace, Craig. Appreciate that, bro. Later.
Yep. All right. Bye, guys.